What's up everyone, it's your boy Xmanny87 here, bringing you another Marvel Legends video, and what I have for you today is the 80 years classic Captain America Alex Ross version. I'm going by Alex Ross because that's the art it's going off by the packaging. So I'm really excited for this Captain America. First off, I would like to thank Al's Figures for making me this Battlefield diorama. Link to his Instagram and YouTube channel is in the description below. And gotta give a big thanks to Todd Ortiz, aka Rektangular, for giving me the heads up when this Captain America was up online, so definitely snagged it right away. Link to his YouTube channel and Instagram is in the description below. And before I get into everything, you could please leave a like rating on the video. It'll show your support for my channel. I greatly appreciate it. Now with that said, let's take a look at Captain America's accessories first, and then we'll take a closer look at the action figure. So Cap comes with two-fisted hands. I can do this all day. Also, he comes with two open closed hands, and I say that because his thumb is attached to the index finger on both hands. I want to take an X-Acto knife and cut that so that way he can hold his shield or something like that. And here he is with his hand that has that swoosh effect. Nothing new, we've seen it before. I wish we got one that is pointing a different direction or a different shade of the colors instead of solid red. It would be cool if we have some stripes of blue and white in between that, so just to give it some more pop. Then we have his shield coming in a darker blue. It's just solid, kind of like the Taskmaster one. There's nothing sculpted on here. On the back you got the clasp type of grip, which I hate because these break all the time. And then you could pretty much flip that down. The peg is right there. So this peg right here, you are going to plug it in the hole on the effect, and there you go. Now you can have your Cap tossing his shield around enemies. The paint job came out very sloppy in between the fingers here, and some more on the side right there. So yeah, the paint job on this one, not so great. Not happy with the shield choice on this one. It's a little on the small side. I mean, I really like the blue matching the blue here. That's really cool. I would have preferred something a little bigger and sculpted like this shield that they've made previously. It's a little bit bigger, and I just overall like the way it looks. And it would have been cool if we got this shield instead in these colors. That would have looked great with this figure. Looking at one out of the two heads, this face looks very good, very stoic, very Captain America-like. I really like the sculpting right here. You can see the seam from the helmet mask, whatever you want to call it, and you can see some stretch marks there as if he's been wearing it for a while. So that looks really good. Same on the other side. The paint on the A is clean for the most part. A little smudginess right there on the bottom corner. Cap is sporting those baby blues. Really like the sculpting here, the jawline structure, and the chin. Very Captain America-like. Taking a look at the side right here, you can see his wings on the helmet. That looks really cool. And as you can see, those seams go through the back of the head. So really good, man. Impressive. Looking at the alternate head, this is my favorite out of the two. Man, he looks mean. He looks like he's ready for a civil war. So I really like the sculpting here. The color on the lips, that's really impressive that they painted some pink on the lips. Just overall, oh man, this is amazing head sculpt, and gives me an Alex Ross vibe for real. The A is painted clean for the most part. As you can see, this head doesn't have the seams going around the mask like the other head does, so interesting. One thing I wish Hasbro included with this figure is something I've been wanting for a Captain America figure for a long time, is something with a more expressive face. Something where he's yelling like in Civil War, where he's like, "You think this letter on my head stands for France?" Something where he's yelling, something that you can display with your Avengers and he looks like he's yelling out, "Avengers Assemble." Actually, that would be really cool if Hasbro ever wants to do something like that and maybe include like a cutout with a bubble speech saying, "Avengers Assemble." That would be really cool if they go that route. So here's a head swap I did with the Steve Rogers from the Return of Marvel Legends, so I can have a Steve Rogers head on this Captain America body. And it looks wonderful, actually. Now to look at the rest of the figure, It looks absolutely wonderful. This is the chainmail sculpted on, which we've always wanted. Nothing like the freaking vintage figure that had this stuff painted on and it just didn't look right. This looks so much better. It's a soft rubbery material, so it's layered over the sculpt, which I think was a great choice. And I really, really like the metallic sheen. I really love how that pops out. Here's the back. You get a better idea how gradient this looks. I mean, it's very metallic-y on top, and then out of nowhere, it just fades. The white on the back is pretty solid for the most part. If you have the shield, obviously, just port that in like so you can have it attached to his back. Also, inspect your Captain Americas thoroughly. It's kind of hard to see on camera, but if you could see, I have some thumbprints on mine. It just looks like someone just took their fingerprint on this Captain America. So, but this is nothing like the first one. This is actually the second one I grabbed because the first one was just awful. It had a bunch of paint slops all over the place. I found like 8 Captain Americas in store, and oh my god, out of the 8, I only found one that looked solid, and this was the one. The rest were just horrible. Unfortunately, it's an issue I've seen with almost every single one of these Captain America figures. So this being a Walmart exclusive, this will be frustrating to acquire, especially if you have Walmarts that are far from you or ones that don't stock at all, and you run into some of these that are, you know, in bad shape. So I hope you get one that is perfect. Like the red, white, and blue on the torso, this is newly sculpted, so that looks really nice. And you can see the arms. Tries all day. Look at that. Man, those triceps are serious. These are triceps I'm trying to get. These are really bulging out, and it's cool. He really has that super soldier-like build. The belt, we've seen this before, so yeah. As you can see, torso is newly sculpted, definitely different from this one, and the arms as well. So again, a lot bigger. Definitely love this one more. I don't think this was a bad head sculpt. It was just a little too blocky and squared out. So comparing it next to this guy, yeah, this one looks like he has a neck. This one has no neck. So I love seeing improvements like this and also different styles. So one of the things I love about being an action figure photographer is being able to use my creativity and mixing, matching certain props and accessories from other lines. So I did find this DCUC Bald Eagle, and it came with the Wonder Twins San Diego Comic-Con exclusive 2-pack. And I did take a photo with this. I grabbed the straps from that Cap Wolf figure and was able to put it on his arm. And I was able to do this, which I took inspiration from one of the Marvel games. I believe it was Marvel vs. Capcom. Alright, it's that time. Let's go over articulation. So his head moves that far up and that far down. You got his head that moves left, right, and he does rock around. You got some pivot too. You got his arms that move that far up, not bad for having scales. Down, all around, bicep swivel, double jointed elbows that move in this far, so really good. You got wrist swivel, wrist hinge, ab crunch moves that far down and that far back, real good. Waist swivel, legs move that far apart, great leg split. His legs move that far up and that far down. He's got great leg rotation. I really like these new hip joints. You got the thigh swivel, double jointed knees, and yep, heel to America's ass right there. You got the calf swivel, ankles move up that far, down, and he's got great ankle pivot. Here he is next to some other Captain Americas, Cap Wolf and the Vintage Wave Cap. Here he is next to some more Captain Americas, and my god, I love this Captain America. This was my favorite one, but now he has been dethroned. This is now my favorite Marvel Legends Captain America. Here he is next to Bucky Cap, and here he is next to the World War II Captain America that we got this year. Alrighty, so that was my review of the Alex Ross style 80 years classic Captain America Walmart exclusive, and my overall thoughts are that this is the best Marvel Legends Captain America, hands down. The face-off cap I used to own. I don't own that anymore. I had to sell that years ago, but I remember having that figure. It was an amazing figure at that time. But, you know, still, it's one of those things that Toy Biz just had some odd proportions, and this looks like a super soldier. And I've seen comparisons, and I'm just overall happier with this one. So with this guy, the accessory winner was definitely the alt head. I love those display options. The hands, not so much. Again, two open, closed hands that I don't care for, or they're not going to really do anything but hold the shield, but I have to take an X-Acto knife to that. So as you see here, I put the wolf cap hands on so he could do a salute. You can also swap it with the pointing finger. And again, articulation wise, this guy is so much better, especially with these new hip joints. He can almost do a full split, where the old one barely could do any type of split. So really, really like how they made improvements for this guy. And this is Alex Ross style perfection. I love this color blue. It did not need to be lighter. It didn't need to be darker. It is fine just as is. If you're an Alex Ross purist, this is the same blue that matches his art. I absolutely love this figure. Cap being my favorite Avenger, this guy is a 10 out of 10 compared to all the other caps. Again, greatest Marvel Legends cap, hands down. Leave a like rating if you like the video, comment, we'll chat about it. Follow me on Instagram if you haven't already, link is in the description below. Get your Marvel Legends at Big Bad Toy Store, link is in the description below. Share and subscribe if you're new, enjoy the pics at the end of the video. See you on the next review. Peace, peace.